Hello there. Today, I have a very special treat for all of you. On Friday, August 7th, 2015, CIG gave a presentation at the GamesCom at Cologne, Germany. And one of the things that they presented was a demo of the multiplayer aspect of Star Citizen that will be coming up in Arena Commander 2.0. And that was around a 12 to 13 minute presentation, and it was packed with a lot of information, and there was a lot of cool stuff that went by really fast. So what I decided to do was to go through the entire presentation in my video editor and examine roughly 3,400 individual frames of the presentation and highlight around 50 parts of the video that, at least for me, really caught my interest. So without further delay, let's get to it. This first section here is zipped by really quick, and it was pretty dark, so it was hard to make out the wording on this. So like I said, I enhanced this section, and if you look right here, it says, "Got salvage job, meet team at A2. I assume that is the boarding gate in the space station. And then below that, right here, there are some words I can't make out, and then there's 2946 below that. I assume that's the year. And then some more wording at the very bottom right here, which I cannot make out. Here's an interesting little sign. It says, Easy Hab Suites. Now, that's either a advertising sign just in the lobby, or it's an actual doorway to some sort of a cheap motel on board the space station. At least that's what I assume. Here's an interesting sign. It says, This way for station something. Cargo scanners, looks like in terminal something or another. And then the other print is too small to read. And here's another scene that was fairly dark, but if you zoom in to this section, it says Station Concourse. So I guess this is the concourse to the gate A2 for boarding their ships. And this thing appears to be a terminal for controlling pressurizing and depressurizing airlocks. You can see right there it says pressurized, and I assume at some point it says depressurized, in which case you don't want to be in there without a spacesuit. So this is going to be a few minutes of just video without any of my analysis of certain portions of the video. But that's okay, because it gives you the opportunity to really pay attention to how incredibly awesome this space station is. I mean, check that out. That is friggin' incredible. So what the storyline is behind this multi-crew demo is that these guys here in the space station are on the way to rescue a derelict spaceship, a Retaliator to be precise. So they're going to get aboard their ships and launch out, engage her quantum drives, and see if they can get the power back on this abandoned spaceship. Enjoy! So now we're out in space on the way to salvage that Retaliator. And if you look right here, it says spooling drive, which kind of sounds like you're spooling a hard drive, but I am pretty sure this means that it is powering up the quantum drive within the ship.
Quantum drive activated.
And then if you zoom in here and look carefully, it says select destination, and it indicates where the derelict Retaliator is located, and it is 3,148,517 meters away. Now, I'm not sure if CIG meant this to be a play on numbers, because 3,148,517 is pretty close to the value of pi, which is 3.141592. Just a little interesting observation. This is a real neat freeze frame of the quantum drive being engaged. In fact, it says right here, quantum drive engaged. And here it says quantum drive in progress and range 2,566.3 kilometers. Almost there. The range is now, it looks like, 395.1 kilometers. And this is a freeze frame of the quantum drive being disengaged with a bright, brilliant flash as you go back into, I guess, what you would call normal space.
Contact.
And then we get the indicator here that says quantum travel complete.
Quantum drive deactivated. Now scanning. Contact. Now scanning. Now scanning. Contact.
Unfortunately, they have disengaged quantum drive right in the middle of an asteroid field, so they get a warning that says, "Warning, collision alert." Now, this is something I found interesting. If you look closely, these asteroids do not appear to be completely rendered. They're fairly soft, and there's not much detail in them. Compared to what we see in Arena Commander, these are very much simplified, and I think that was done for the sake of a server load for the GamesCom demonstration, but I might be wrong about that. Look here, grabby hands in action. Now we're aboard the Retaliator, and supposedly all the power is off. So they've gone to a terminal. I think in this case they're going to reactivate power first and then the gravity second. And again, this is another one of those images where the scene was pretty dark, so you can't make out much detail, but with the enhancement here, you can make out much more. This is just another one of those small details that I like to pick up, where it says here, A deck, please ensure door is sealed after use. Lots of attention to detail on these ships. Now, this is a very interesting video, and it's kind of hard to make out, but there is a lit panel in the center and two round objects on either side of it. And with the enhancement here, you can tell that with the person's right hand, he's pulling out an object from the panel, one of the round objects. And my theory is that these four objects are power cells, and he is removing it by grabbing hold of the handle on it, turning it 90 degrees clockwise, and then pulling the dead power cell out and replacing it with a brand new one. This is another image of a control terminal that was fairly dark in the video, but enhancing it really brings out a lot of detail. Here's another shot of the same terminal looking at the main computer screen. And this is another enhanced detail of a terminal. This one appears to be for controlling shields and power distribution aboard the Retaliator. This is part of the cockpit of the Retaliator. Again, it was also fairly dark, but these images bring out a lot more detail. Pretty cool looking, if you ask me. And now we are seated in the cockpit. I'm not sure if I like the three smaller display screens up on top there. They really block a lot of the view looking out the cockpit.
Aegis combat system activated. Systems green. Begin scan. Contact.
This is a really nice freeze frame of the Constellation coming in to attack the other ships. Lots of really nice detail here. And this is what appears to be the weapon systems on the left and power distribution systems on the right-hand side of this display for the Constellation.
Quantum drive activated.
And another view of the cockpit with different displays coming into the asteroid field, engaging their quantum drive, which you can see here, quantum drive engaged. And again, that brilliant flash, and they are coming out of quantum drive.
Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Quantum drive deactivated. Scanning. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey.
This is a scene that appears for around 2 seconds, and then it's gone. But this is one of the main display terminals for the power distribution system and shields on the Retaliator. And they're active 1 second, and a fraction of a second later, the shields appear to be shut down.
Quantum drive activated.
Now they've rescued the Retaliator, and they're heading back to the space station. Another closer view. The station looks like a mixture between the space station for 2001 Space Odyssey and the International Space Station. So we have these rotating rings here, which harken back to 2001, and we have these modules in this section right here, which harken back to the International Space Station. Interesting mixture of structures. Here's a much better shot of the space station. Now, one thing I cannot figure out is why are those rings rotating? It can't be because they need to produce artificial gravity by doing so, because in the Star Citizen universe, there are gravity generators that are widely available, so they wouldn't need to spin any kind of rings to produce artificial gravity. It's an interesting mystery. Here's a cool shot of one of the ships coming into the landing pad of the station. And here's another even cooler shot. Just look at all that detail. All those support struts and bracing and whatnot. That is so cool looking. Another enhanced image showing more of the detail of the space station. And yet another detailed shot.
Danger. System overheating. AT deactivated. Landing complete. Begin scan.
A nice close-up detail of one of those rotating rings. Lots of really cool detail in that. Very well done. Now the ships have landed, and the pilots are walking around on the landing pad, providing us with an incredible view of one of the rotating rings of the space station. Absolutely amazing piece of work. And that is about it. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wasn't there something that Chris Roberts surprised us with at the very end? Hold on a second. And there you have it, my examination of the multi-crew demo at the GamesCom show last Friday. I hope all of you liked this little video. I know that there's probably a lot more stuff I could have shown you in still frames and enhanced images, but I was trying to keep this video short. Otherwise, it would have been like 45 minutes to an hour long. So I had to choose the best bits. If there's anything you would like to say about this video, please leave me a comment. I always enjoy getting feedback from my viewers. And if you really want to show support for Citizen Academy, please click on that little red subscribe button down below there. Until next time, this is Citizen Academy, wishing all of you fame and fortune in the verse.